What's up? Just wanted to share something I found with you guys. This little plastic razor.
Let's talk about it. So, when you get an opportunity, go check out that original video. My brother Chilari52 always has some good things to say. He's a good brother and he's very knowledgeable in a couple areas. Now, with regards to that video, he was talking about some trainers that he found which are similar to this one, except for those are orange and this is black. I use these to teach my guys how to spit razors and how to use them in tandem with 52 blocks. During that video, the brother had demonstrated how he would hold the razor, right? And he was holding it like this, which isn't a grip that was uncommon among dudes up top in the gated community. However, this was the grip that was used by guys who didn't have a whole lot of experience. And it only really allowed you to use this corner as a cutting surface, as the rest of the blade is pretty much buffered by your thumb on the one side and your index finger on the other side, and you only have the 2 points contact. Now, this is also detrimental because the proximity of the blade to the thumb and index finger means that you run the risk of cutting yourself during the chaos of combat. And if I cut my 2 points of contact, either one of these, right, damage either one and they're bleeding, it means it's going to make this a lot more difficult to hold on to. And in the course of the shock created from him putting his arm up and trying to defend, or me hitting him in the face or the neck, I'm going to lose this razor, right? And that's not good because now it's on the floor and it's anybody's razor. Or if that was my only advantage, I'm now at a distinct disadvantage. That's not good for obvious reasons, right? Now, one of the reasons that guys would hold the razor that way was because of these two corners right here. They're sharp, they're pointy, right? And if I'm holding the razor any way that I have to engage with this corner, I run the risk of pricking myself in the finger. And when there would be a violent incident that a weapon was involved in, officers would come around and they would check your hands like this to see if you had blood on your hands. And if there's a bleeding prick on my finger, I'm probably the guy responsible for this dude who's bleeding out over here, which means I just pretty much sent myself to the box and got myself a new charge, which is a bad juju. So what the guys who were more experienced figured out was that the way to get around that was to round the edges out. If you look at these two razors, these corners are rounded while these are not, right? That means I don't have to worry about pricking my finger with this. So now I can create a third point of contact. I have this initial 2 points of contact, but I can allow the blade to sit out further, right? And the third point of contact here. When I make contact, I'm using like this wave motion. So I'm engaging first with this corner here, which is going to break the first couple layers of skin, which decreases the amount of friction and resistance that the rest of the blade has to deal with as it cuts through. So as a weapon of ambush, which is what this primarily was, if I come behind a person and I hit and pull, right? I hit and pull as I'm pushing his head this way. I create counter force and I can rip right through to his carotid artery and turn him into a puddle, right? If I used it as a weapon of counter ambush, because this was also like your sidearm, your concealed carry, because you can put it in your mouth and walk around with it unnoticed. If I'm in a fight, I can still get that same motion going, right? Boom, across the forehead, down the face, the neck, and not have to worry about losing my weapon. And because I'm hitting with this corner, pressure is going up into this finger right here, as opposed to going back, forcing it between my thumb and my index finger. So I maintain this distance on the blade. This is acting as counter force. It's a good grip, better grip all around the board, right? Now, one honorable mention. I've also seen a 52 practitioner hold the razor like this on this online. I've never seen it during my time in the gated community or anywhere else. I've seen it here like this. Right now, when we look at this grip here, right, it's not a solid grip because using the trainer, if I'm here and I'm making contact, boom, the blade starts to go back between my fingers, right? I'm not getting a cut, right? I'm not even scratching myself on my hand here, right? So this isn't good. And if I hit hard enough, right, I could run the risk of losing the blade altogether. And that's not a good thing. Or cutting the insides of both fingers, which is bad for reasons that I've already stated. So I mentioned that one to show you what not to do, right? So don't do that. You can use this grip, right, as a starter, right? But eventually you want to move up to this grip. And this grip, you can actually spit the razor into that grip like this, right? So it's more functional, it's easier to use, and makes you far more deadly with the razor. Now, this is the type of stuff that we teach as part of the 52 VTK curriculum. 52 mindset, 52 methodology, 52 history. If you want any of this, you interested in learning any of this, man, hit me up or hit up Lady at 52 VTK and we'll get you sorted out and signed up for lessons, right? So with that, like, comment, share, and I'll see you on the other side. Harambe.